Hi everyone. So let's look at how fast we can do this GCSE problem. All right, so we encountered this problem in one of the past questions with one of my online UK students. Okay, so now there they said we should find the area. Actually, in the question paper, they said the area of the quarter circle. That is why I labeled it BCD. Okay, so is this a quarter circle? Yes, by of course the C in that paper is the center of the circle. So if this angle is right angle, which is 90 degrees, and 90 degrees is a quarter of 360, which is the total angle in a circle. So that means this shape here is actually a quarter circle. All right. Now here we have a triangle attached to it, and you are going to see why that triangle is important. So how do we get this area? Okay, so first of all, the area we are looking for is actually equal to the area of a circle, which is pi r squared all over 4. Why is it so? Because it is a quarter of a circle. All right, so here we need the radius, and once we have the radius, we substitute and we get our answer. Okay, so to get our radius, of course, since here is the center of the circle, so this point, this distance is equal to this, and both of them represent the radius of the circle. And so to get this BC, we have this triangle. All right, and of course, this is also a right angle triangle because this is angle 90 degrees. So here is the hypotenuse, the side facing the angle 90 degrees. And then these other two can be the opposite or the adjacent. So suppose we call here the opposite and here the adjacent. So by Pythagoras rule, we are told that the square of the opposite plus the square of the adjacent is equal to the square of the hypotenuse. Okay, so and from here now, my opposite is the r that we are looking for. That's the radius, and then plus our a is given as 6, and then our h is also given as 9, right? So here we will have that our radius squared plus 36, which is the square of 6, is equal to 81, the square of 9. Okay, so taking this over to the other side, we'll have that r squared is equal to 45, which is 81 minus 36. Okay, and that gives us that our r alone is the square root of 45. Okay, remember is in meters. Okay, so from there we can now substitute into our area, and to do that, so it implies that our area is equal to the pi, which is 22 over 7, multiplied by our radius, which is the square root of 45, then all squared. That's the square of the r, then all over our 4. But then in that question, they said we should leave our answer in decimal. I think they said 3 significant figures. So, but of course, I'm going to be leaving mine as a fraction. Okay, so here what will happen, this will take away this, and then of course we are then going to have that our a is equal to 22 times 45. The 7, which is a denominator, will come down and multiply this 4, and that will give us 28. Okay, so what happens then is that our a becomes equal to, there is something that can reduce here, and that is 2. 2 into 22 is 11, multiplying 45 all over 2 into 28 is 14. So by the time you multiply all this and divide, then your answer is in meters squared, and that would be the solution. So that's what I said to bring to us in this video. Kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel, and bye.